up, beautiful people? It is your baby mama favorite, baby mama Stormy P, and this is another episode of Chocolate Chip and Sip, the modern day female perspective. And y'all, whoo, I am so amped up for today because we got a special guest in the building, okay? Now, this woman is none other than my good friend. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this?
What's up?
Listen, not only is she an actress, not only is she a poet, not only is she a mommy, not only is she Teacher Bay, it's Nan from the Shenanigans podcast, y'all. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me.
Come on.
I'm so excited to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that I got a sitter.
Hey.
Shabba.
I feel like this episode is going to be very reminiscent of the walks we would have to Broughton Olney after cheerleading practice. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's really the nostalgia of eating large cheese
fries. It wasn't real cheese. It was some type of manufactured, genetically altered cheese for sure.
Remember we used to eat those the little
what was it?
Chicken.
Popcorn chicken?
Popcorn chicken with salt, pepper, ketchup, and hot sauce with a grape soda.
Heavy on the grape. Heavy on the grape. Yeah.
On the grape and a tropical starburst. Yes.
So,
Heavy nostalgia.
Just to get you in the mood and get us right, I wanted to start with a few icebreakers.
Okay.
Just a few this or that. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. If you feel like you need to elaborate. But this is a judge-free zone.
Okay. All right. Got you.
So first, 112 Jagged Edge. Yeah, we starting heavy. That's how we starting. That's how we starting today.
Why would you do that?
Because we need the people to get a feel for what type of person you are.
All right, so boom. Now I got to explain because I
See?
went to that old school concert and 112 and Jagged Edge were there. However, Jagged Edge, I feel like they're underrated. I feel like their repertoire isn't that hefty like 112.
Okay.
But their harmonies are, they're church singing boys. So I would say Jagged Edge.
Okay. Sugar or salt in your grits?
I don't like grits.
You don't like grits?
No. I had shrimp grits one time.
And it didn't do it for you?
It was okay.
Okay. Well, we can skip that one. Which is worse? Someone who smacks while they're chewing or bites their nails? I'm talking about down to the nub.
Oh, my God.
I'm talking about all the way down.
So I have a phobia of watching people eat or hearing people chew. It grinds my gears. If you bite your fingernails, you can probably have anxiety and you should go to therapy for that. But
okay.
If I hear my children chew, I'll probably cry. That's how bad it is. I'm like, dog, close your fucking mouth.
Okay, what would you rather have on a man? A nice smile or a six-pack?
Nice smile.
Oh, y'all, she smiled when she said it. She's so corny. So just a few more. Backstreet Boys are NSYNC.
NSYNC.
I feel like you said what your heart wanted to say.
I don't know because Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely hits different.
Okay.
I feel like I'm torn because it's tearing up my heart when I'm with you and it's wearing me apart what I've been through.
You gotta pick one.
NSYNC tears me up. I feel like they were more bubblegum. But I want it that way. And then Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely. I'm torn. It's 50-50.
Okay. So last one. Well, actually, we're gonna do two more. First, I want to say, when is the last time you ghosted someone? Okay, that was the most evil laugh I've ever heard.
2021.
In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay.
Shalom.
And last but not least, what would you rather? Choking or spit in the mouth? Dan.
Daniel. Dan the man.
Gotta pick one. Come on, you gotta pick. Oh,
spit in the mouth.
She's trifling, ladies and gentlemen. She's trifling.
Only for my husband.
I love to see it. I love it. So I just want to talk about a few things today. First, I got my Peaches Naked shirt on.
I see.
I went to
You
go.
are sitting. Come
Listen,
on,
I'm going through.
Come on, cleavage.
I'm really going through like a second round of puberty. My face is breaking out. My yitties are getting bigger, and my hips are spreading. Like I really think this is a second round of puberty. I believe this with all my heart.
I think it's just because we're 32 and it's just happening.
Well, it could be that too. But they say when you get older, you go through something. I think I'm going through something.
My hips started spreading, child.
I think I'm like, girl, come on, relax. Ain't no babies going in there. Relax.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Take a minute. Take a minute.
I'm not having no babies no more.
Thank you.
Not yet.
So while I was there, me and my technician were talking about Christmas, right? And I wanted to get into some things because it's crazy how the mind believes things, right?
Mm.
So, all right, y'all, don't laugh at me.
You know I'm going to laugh.
Okay. So I was telling him, he asked if my son still believed in Santa Claus.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yeah, he does, but he's starting to get to the age where he's asking questions. And I was like, it's funny because when I was a child, right, I really and truly believed I saw Santa in my chimney. Like if I was listen, or hold on, hear me out. Listen, if I was to take a lie detector test right now, I promise you, no, I would pass it. I seen his feet hanging out, right? And then as I was talking, I said, as I'm speaking this, I know I sound like a dickhead because my fireplace has been closed since before I was born. So where was Santa the fuck at? Where did I think I saw him at, right?
Please leave me alone,
and
please.
Then the next year, right? I promise y'all, I seen this shit. It happened to me. It really happened to me. The next year, I was sitting at the top of the steps waiting for Santa. And when he came down, he was like, yo, why you up? And he threw pepper in my eyes.
Victoria,
listen,
turn your microphone off, please.
I swear to God.
I've asked you to leave me alone repeatedly since we got in the car on our way to here.
I swear to God, yo.
Stop using the Lord.
The Lord knows my heart. He know I seen it.
He know you throw it off.
Seen it. And it's crazy how your mind believes these things and interprets these things. And you know how like they have that disorder where women believe they're pregnant and their stomach will grow and like their breasts will get breast milk in it. Whatever that is, I got that for Santa. Like I got whatever that disorder is called. I have that for Santa Claus. I'm trying to tell you. He put pepper in my eyes, y'all. He fucking sprinkled me like Salt Bae and shit with the fucking pepper. I seen it. It happened to me.
I am covering my mouth and my face because you play too fucking much.
I seen it.
You got a delay.
You don't remember no stories from Santa?
No.
Nothing. You don't remember Santa at all?
I remember one year that I felt like he ate my chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin cookies because my grandmother used to make them. Shout out to Mary Alice. She used to make the best cookies. And now it's like when I learned the real origins of Santa Claus about the Egyptian Nubian man of Kemet. Like I swore up and down that I was going to teach my children that, and now here I am
with Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas.
The nigga who throw pepper in your eyes. Say his whole title. Call him by his name.
Nicholas.
Say his name.
Saint Nick.
Yes.
Alice.
Yes.
My children believe in him up and down. I tell them that I work for him. I told them. So by the time, because my son wholeheartedly, like gun-ho believes in him. Like he's into routine. So if he says something and you say it for a long time, he's going to believe it. And if you try to fuck it up, he's going to be so mad at you. My daughter, she hit the shit. So much so that she told me that the fucking tooth fairy gives $5 per tooth. I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. Who said that? She said that. She told you that. She told you. You shortchanged her because she know the tooth fairy give her $5. That's what she said to you.
She told me one day that the tooth fairy owes her $20 because she's guaranteed lost 4 teeth.
Damn.
I was like, dog, you just learned about money. Like that's how she learns math is money. So like,
at least she learning. Sounds like a future scammer. I love to see it.
Joey, I love to see it too because she be scamming my students when she in my building.
For what?
Money. She be like, you curse. Give me $3.
And I won't tell.
And she's like, interest. You're not going to get a demerit. And they were like, you act just like your mom. She's like, you knew it.
A crafty queen. I love
crafty queen. I'm here for it.
Yes.
I love to see it. I love this for her.
Yes.
But when it comes to like Santa Claus and stuff, I've just had to get really crafty. And I'm like, yo, I work for Santa Claus, and Santa Claus told me specifically that you gotta chill the fuck out. I don't curse to my kids, guys. Please don't.
He told me.
He told me. He was like, Janae, Brian and Autumn are getting yours. I'm like, wholeheartedly. Santa, like, and they really believe
that Santa.
They be like, yo, we gotta stop acting like this because mommy does not like that.
Listen.
They're such suburban kids. It's disgusting. So like, mommy really doesn't like this, so we have to stop. I'm like, all right, cool.
We got to take it down a notch.
So yeah, I work for Santa, and that's the story that I'm gonna keep saying until they don't believe it. And even when they don't believe it, I'm gonna tell them it's Santa Claus so they can be like, when they have kids, because I don't want to think about that, but it's gonna happen one day. Santa Claus and parents work hand in hand.
I think that's a good spin on it, though.
It's a great spin because it's realistic. We do work for Santa Claus. You know, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when that sounds really creepish, but he knows when you're awake. He knows when it's giving you should be in jail.
It's giving Tevin Campbell Can We Talk. It's very stalkerish.
Very stalkerish.
Persistent.
And you know, the persistence of Santa Claus, like I swore up and down that he ate oatmeal raisin cookies. So
why would you
daughter, I don't know. I was young and dumb.
Oh, but when I say he sprinkled pepper in my eyes, I'm a dickhead.
You are.
Oh my God.
Wholeheartedly. I thought he ate oatmeal raisin cookies. You know what my daughter thinks?
Chocolate chip?
No.
Sugar?
Oreo cookies.
What?
And here's the
but y'all can't bake Oreo cookies?
She was like, listen, we set them out. She was like, mommy, he likes Oreo cookies because he likes white and black children. And
oh, a cultural queen. I stand a cultural queen.
I'm sick of it because she is hilarious. Like, and I'm all for equity, but this little girl is the funniest person. Come
on.
I heard my children playing earlier before I left the house, right? And she was talking about, they were playing, I have 7-year-old twins, and both of them were playing together, and my son was playing this game, and she was like, excuse me, you have to be fair. What if this person has 2 mommies and 2 daddies? And
oh,
like,
God.
Oh, equity.
My girl is living.
She is living, but she's annoying as fuck. Because she's like, I think she'll be a great lawyer. My daughter wants to be a photographer, though. So we'll see.
She got the eye.
She got the eye. She be hitting angles.
Yeah, okay? Yeah.
I'm like, hello. She's like, I'm like, who daughter are you? She's like, yours. I'm like, you know.
Well, speaking of motherhood and parenthood and all these other things, while I was going down the rabbit hole, I thought of something else. Right? Not that. Nope, not that hole. Not that hole at all.
You know what? I'm going to drink again because I'm tired of all y'all. I think Dan the Man is the funniest person.
Because I be trying to tell them, I be trying to tell the people who be listening, like, yo, it's really Dan. Dan be starting that shit. Yes.
Like, and he cracking the fuck up, y'all. He turned red and everything. He funny as shit. Like.
So I was thinking, right? All the stuff that's like popping now, like the beauty influencers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Growing up, my mom used to do a lot of weird stuff. And I don't know if she was a beauty influencer and she was just ahead of her time or if she was a witch. Okay? Hear me out. Hear me out, okay?
I've been told you to turn your mic off. And here
I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to tell y'all about my childhood, okay?
I'm putting my mask back on because you like to fucking play.
So, for example, right? I've always had like really long, crazy hair.
Yeah.
So when my mom would do my hair, whatever like tangles would come out, she would burn it.
Yeah, so nobody else can get to it.
Sounds like what? A beauty influencer or a witch, right? We don't know.
That's an African tradition.
Right? Yeah, right? So then when she would make eggs, she would take the yolk and then she would like rub it under her eyes as like a serum. And it's like, once again, future beauty influencer or witch.
There you go.
Right? I don't know.
It's both.
And it was like all these little nuances. And it's like, as a kid, it was just like, oh, that's just what mom does, right? But now as an adult looking back, I'm like,
all right,
wait a minute, bitch.
Can I speak on it?
Go ahead.
So certain things that, okay, guys, I'm an actor, but I'm also a dramaturg, so I really do research about history and stuff like that. My mom also has her PhD in African American Studies, specifically focused on Africana
Come
studies.
on, black woman.
So,
Come on, Deb.
So I know certain things that we pass down over time.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things that are asinine to us now, before it's not. That's the tradition that's been passed down to pass down to pass down, whether it's on a plantation, whether it was in a house in New York, a brownstone in New York, whether it was you were freed or whether you were enslaved. It doesn't matter. Certain things that we really just pass down. And I just feel like those are one of those things. When it comes to Santeria, or sorry guys, before y'all be like, oh, she was free. La bruja.
La bruja.
That's not me, guys. I'm a Christian. But just certain things that we passed down, I think that it protected us.
Yeah.
I think that it also, our sense of self is deep rooted in our ancestry, you know, and we just don't understand certain things. And I think that, like, because I've heard the egg thing. So and also the hair. Like, I remember my grandmother used to take my hair and like burn it so nobody else could get to it. Because if somebody else gets to it, I do the same thing.
You burn your daughter's hair?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I don't want anybody else getting to it and casting bad spirits. Because, and even, it's not necessarily a spell like, oh, I curse thee. It's like, say you have an ill intention towards me.
It's a root.
It's a root.
Yeah.
Roots aren't necessarily like, oh, I'm going to say this, that, and third. And their
like
life is going to be cursed for 30 years.
Yeah.
It can literally be, I don't like this person. I don't give a fuck what happens to them. If you don't like me, you don't like my child. I don't know whose hands are dirty. I don't want them touching my children. I will burn it before anybody gets to it. Or if I don't burn it because my son doesn't necessarily like fire, I'll put it in a separate plastic bag, tie it, put it inside of the trash.
Okay. That's cool. That makes sense. So another one that she used to do. So say like if she was sweeping, if she like accidentally touched my foot, I would have to spit on the broom.
Now I don't like spit, so
listen. I
like spit in certain instances, but I don't want to see my children spit.
It was like all these little nuances, but to piggyback on what you said, that makes sense, and I think it's because I think a large part, not all, but a large part of our generation is a little disconnected from its ancestry. So that might be why I'm not sure if she was a beauty influencer or a witch.
And like I said, it might be both, because like I remember certain things that my grandmother did. Like, for example, you get a burn. What do you put on it?
A burn?
Yes. What does your grandmother say if you burn yourself? Like, shit, I burnt myself pressing out my edges. Or you do something, you're ironing your clothes and you burn yourself right here. What do you do?
I don't know.
Put butter or ink on it.
I heard butter. Butter, yes.
Butter or ink. And
yes.
My grandmother, I remember burning myself right here and on my wrist, my left wrist, and my grandmother told me to put ink on it. I'm like, what? I was like 8. What are you talking about? This is about a day.
Why?
It felt so much better.
Did your cholesterol go up?
No.
Okay.
No. And think about that now. It's like, damn. That's the thing, right? But it did not. And they just knew certain things. And I think, like, they used what they had. Like, because my grandmother, for example, is from Columbus, Mississippi. Therefore, whomever, like, all right. So I'm into genealogy. My mother's into genealogy as well. So she's found, like, she's traced our bloodline. A lot of my grandmother's father's side passed as white. My grandmother's mother's side were all like black, tracing back to Angola in Africa. So certain things that they did were like, it was that ancestry. They used what they could.
I think that was in the South period though, because it's like my grandma has like a large amount of things that, and I feel like a lot of it, everybody grandma was really doing it. But then again, almost everybody grandma was from the South. Like when we would get sick, if you had a fever, my grandma would slice raw onions and put them in your socks.
Your feet, yep.
And I swear it would pull the fever out.
And like, you would sweat that shit out in a second.
You would smell like the hoagie factory, but it would pull that shit right the fuck out. Like, you would be good.
And so I remember having pneumonia, walking pneumonia, because I used to get it every 8 months, especially when the season started changing, winter to spring. And I remember my grandmother doing that when amoxicillin would fail.
And
And it's so funny that my daughter's allergic to amoxicillin.
really?
Yeah.
So now she be having onions in her socks.
Yeah, but also she fights stuff. Like we had, in full transparency, we had COVID last year, and now they're vaccinated, but she took no medicine,
That's dope.
none.
That's dope.
She refused to.
Mm.
She beasted it out, and she was better in a day.
Now let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When it was raining,
Mhm.
did your grandmother tell you to turn the lights and electricity off because the Lord was working?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all gotta understand, my grandmother was born 1923.
My grandmother was born
absolutely.
1933.
So my grandmother was born 1923, and my grandfather was born 1920. So because of that, my grandmother did. It's raining, it's thunder and lightning, especially in the summer. You turn that damn electricity off,
And it was hot.
I'm like,
Hot.
Nanny, I'm sweating. So what?
You couldn't even get in the shower because
You
real
could not.
talk. This is what my grandma told me. If you get in the shower, that lightning will go through them pipes and strike you dead in there.
Yes,
How? This isn't how conductivity works. How?
but we have to remember that electricity was probably a new thing.
My girl still don't understand how to work fucking Uber or none of that shit.
Daniel.
She still don't get it. So I believe it.
Did you hear these sound
I
effects?
heard the
These
thunder. See,
Hilarious.
you can't get stuck in Daniel because he'll have you lost and
I
laughing.
love it. I'm here for it because my sense of humor is that. But like, my grandmother was from Columbus, Mississippi, so it was that, and I didn't respect it growing up, and now that she's gone, it's just like I hear her.
Yeah.
I hear it in my, like when I hear my daughter talking, I hear that. Like when it's raining, Brian, turn all the lights off, and she was 3 years old when she died. So to see how it just passes down on and on. It's really interesting.
Speaking of roots, I had posted a reel today. I don't know if you've seen it.
I was working, and I probably would have thrown my phone. 'Cause I'm not fucking with you right now.
So, the sound was bon appetit and just a bunch of laughing, right? And the words said, when he eats your special spaghetti and now he doesn't want to leave.
Victoria, leave me the fuck alone. Because I've asked you
It's a segue.
explicitly to leave me the fuck
It's a
alone.
segue. So, it's the snorter. The name of the pod is the snorter.
Fuck you. Right?
So, it's crazy because a lot of people were like, oh, hell no. My mom told me, don't eat nobody red sauce. Don't eat nobody spaghetti for those reasons at all. But it's funny because you can see the disconnect where some people were like, I really don't get it. And a lot of people were DMing me like, what's the spaghetti? What's in the spaghetti? I don't get it.
What's in the spaghetti, Victoria?
I didn't have the nerve to tell them what was
Tell
in the spaghetti.
them, Victoria.
All I kept saying was, if you don't know, it's already too late for you.
Tell them.
It's funny because it got me thinking, and I'm like, I gotta go back and like research and find something. Like, where did this start from, right?
Yeah.
So apparently, this goes back to like ancient Egyptians, like you was kind of talking about earlier, right?
We're the originators of everything. Proceed.
That part. And they were talking about how they incorporated menstrual blood into their like curative and beauty regimen, and like so originally, yes.
All right, no. You say originally, and then I'm gonna go from that. I'm gonna piggyback off of that. I hate the word piggyback because Clubhouse drained the fuck
that part
out of it. But go ahead, proceed.
So originally, it started where like, y'all, they thought like menstrual blood cured everything, like the appearance of stretch marks, everything.
It does.
And when soldiers would go into battle, they would smear menstrual blood and semen all over them to protect them from the enemies.
What?
And I just want to stop right there. This is where I want to stop and take a second.
Man,
You mean to tell me I gotta rub period blood and semen on me and then go get my ass whooped? Something's gotta give. It can't be both. Like, you gotta be out your fucking mind.
Now, when it comes to menstrual blood, so I raised my hand because there's a couple things with that. When it comes to blood is binding. So you have to understand that. In the La Bruja world,
La Bruja.
that means the witch for those of you that are like, what? What are you talking about? And there is a Spanish thing like life. So when it comes to that, it is, so say for example, you're a man, I'm a woman, and I have sex with you when my menstrual is on. We are tied for life. it will be so hard for me to get rid of you. You're going to be acting crazy. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? It's simply because we bound towards each other.
It's a blood bond.
It's a blood bond.
Yeah.
So because of that, it is sacred. Menstrual blood is sacred. It's a release. So because of that, I've learned different things, especially within African culture, whether it's the like Nubian or Kemetic culture, or Eritrean, Ethiopian, so what, and so forth. It's just like that is something that is cleansing, that is healing, and like I don't know. So my favorite, it's like a sidebar, but not a sidebar, not episode, but season of American Horror Story is
the one where Angela Bassett is the witch. Yeah, what was that, Coven?
That's Coven.
Yeah.
So one thing that Madame LaLaurie was doing, and she's a real woman, she would put her enslaved Africans, because it's not slaves, you weren't slaves, this wasn't our identity, but enslaved Africans, she would take their blood and put it on her to keep her looking young, to keep her looking refreshed.
It's funny.
It's real funny.
It's funny that you say that, because I also read that they put it on their breasts and thighs to reduce the appearance of cellulite and sagging breasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did. So she did that on her skin to reduce the sagging of her skin as she aged. And mysteriously she disappeared. Supposedly her remains were found in France. But it's just astonishing how that people pick up on stuff like that and they keep moving forward. Like they keep these cycles perpetuating. So
if you haven't put it together already, when we say special spaghetti, one of the roots or one of the traditions is you put your menstrual blood and food and give it to your man, and that'll make you be bonded to. It's another blood bond. Like it's like you'll always keep coming back, right?
Y'all nasty.
Now I say all this to say, right?
I'm covering my face again. That was nasty.
Certain things are based on reality, and certain things just make sense.
That's
right?
disgusting.
Now let me ask you a question. How many of y'all out there are addicted to fast food? I know it's some of y'all that just can't give that shit up, right? Dan's raising his hand. He always got some fucking McDonald's in here. So does Kevin, right?
Daniel.
Now, I'm not saying this is happening, but hear me out. An 18-year-old woman at Jack's Family Restaurant would smear her blood on sandwiches and serve it to customers. Now, if you've been trying to figure out why the fuck you can't stop eating McDonald's, hold up. Maybe this has something to do with it. Maybe it's somebody in there doing some blood bonds. Maybe McDonald's is blood bonded. We don't know. Maybe that's why I got a fucking hold on the African American community.
Daniel, is that why you eat McDonald's every?
Listen, we don't know.
That's nasty. But I don't put it past people, because people are fucking disgusting. That's why I don't eat it. And my children started eating it more, and I'm like, oh, the fuck on.
Okay.
But, I just feel like, damn, that made me
I
think.
know.
That really could be a thing.
What they putting in and why we can't give it up?
I'm putting my mask back on.
You and this mask. So basically,
this
girl, right? She was out here doing all this gross stuff with the food, and one of her coworkers' mom posted about it on Facebook. And
what year was this?
20. Hold on. Let me lighten it up.
Please look at the
2019.
That
girl, that's probably where COVID started. Honestly.
That's probably how COVID started.
But she hasn't been convicted yet. She's still going through it, and
she deserves a speedy trial.
She could be facing up to 5 years in prison.
5. So
yes, Jane Ann, you right there.
What if she had HIV/AIDS? What if she had something?
Well, right now she potentially could be convicted of knowingly selling unwholesome bread or drink, right? But I feel like if she did
5 years,
I feel like if she did have HIV or something, that definitely would be like a life sentence, like manslaughter or like attempted murder.
I don't want to even say it's attempted murder anymore. It may be lesser than maybe 10, simply because HIV and AIDS is no longer looked at as life threatening. It's not a death sentence anymore, because people live with it, people thrive. So I don't want to be that person, but it's just like, what? Like, you could have the flu and I could catch that shit, That part. That's disgusting. I'll be airing my students out when they be like, I'll be airing anybody out. They 6 feet or less.
You know what's wild to me? Back in the day, like, niggas really would go to work sick. like snotty and
they
everything.
Would go to school sick. My mom didn't let me go to school sick, but they would go to school sick.
When we were always talking about people in the office, it was always the girl that's always sleepy. It was always the guy who hit on everybody. It was always
the girl who always was sick.
The girl who always was sick. Like that was a staple of every office. Work. Yes, that was.
She was always sneezing or coughing. Like, oh my god, I used all my PTO.
Yes. Like it was certain staples of every office, and there was always a sick person in every goddamn office.
Drying me the fuck out.
Yes. And it's like, what the fuck were we doing back then? Why was that okay?
Being safe. That's
why
what
was
we
that
were
okay?
Doing.
Yes,
being safe.
That's wild. So to keep things going, my cousin had a girls' night the other night, and it was a really good time. Everybody's enjoying themselves, and the night winds down. People start leaving. Now it's down to like 3 of us.
Okay,
we already a little lit. Things start happening. We like, yo, everybody pull out a dick pic right now.
I don't have any in my phone. That's not fair.
So everybody's like pulling out dick pics or pulling out videos. We're like, we got these joints in rotation like it's a blunt. Like we just passing these joints, yo.
Let me be good. I don't have any of those.
But I say all this to say, probably when like the second phone came to me, I said, yo, what if niggas be doing this with our pictures, yo? Like, is it us? Are we the villains? Or do everybody do this? Like, what is it?
I would shoot my man if he showed me.
We don't know, though. Like, these now, I will say, I didn't see any faces in any of them.
Okay.
Which was the only bonus side of it.
Okay.
But the fact that we did have dicks in rotation, it was a thing.
You had cock in rotation. Wait, cock is different than dick.
It was a cocktation.
Nah.
Dictation?
Nah.
Dictation.
All right, let me explain.
Hello?
Let me explain. I've
had enough dick. I've had enough dick. I
haven't. But I feel like cock is different from dick. I feel like cock is like the upper echelon. For me, like when a man has cock, he has a hook in it.
I feel like cock is Caucasian for me.
I don't feel like it's Caucasian. I feel like he has a hook in it and it has girth and like I'm like, oh, he got good dick, but if he has good cock,
he got a slammer. He got a hammer. He got a meat hammer if he got a cock. That's what you're saying.
Father God,
woo.
Hey,
yeah.
Won't
he do it? Won't he do it, y'all?
Won't he do it? He's coming in the Honda. He is. He is. But see, I don't like those pictures, me personally, because I'd rather me experience it in person. So it's just like, no thanks. I try not to send those type of pictures either.
Okay.
Not even because of my profession. It's just simply I just don't like them. I just don't like it. The last
you don't like to look at it.
No, because like in my experiences, like I was older, losing my virginity. And when like dudes were like bragging about it, it was TR Ash.
TR Ash. This word has been brought to you by the Shenanigans Podcast.
Gang, gang. But I just felt like it was horrible. It was just like, what the fuck are you doing, dickhead? Like, you know. So because of that, I was just like, nah, I don't want them no more. I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather just see how the motion of the ocean is going.
I feel like a majority of women aren't interested in dick pics or videos because guys don't know how to send good dick pics and videos.
They don't. We hit angles every time. Listen, when I send a picture, when I send a little kite, I literally hit the...
Go. Just fucking go.
What I do? No. So when I send like a little kite, right?
Yo.
Shut up. So I hit women. We hit angles. Even when I take pictures of my friends, I'm literally like, hold on, hold that thought.
Let me squat. Let me get on it. Let me squat.
They be like, oh yeah, come on, angles. Men don't know how to do that.
We talked about this before, but I just want to reiterate. And I've seen it in the passing of the videos and in the photos. Like, why is it 2021 and y'all still sending ashy dick pics?
Ashy dick.
Like, you have to gloss that bad boy up. Women like a sheen on the peen. I don't understand what y'all don't understand
we
about
like
that.
a sheen on the peen.
I like a sheen on the peen. It's 2021.
I have my hands
Yeah,
raised.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, all right. when we talk about sheen on the peen, are we talking about lathering it with spit? Are we talking about lathering it with shea butter and coconut oil?
Me?
Are we talking about lotion, Vaseline? You're a
Dick.
Me personally, I don't care what you use. You can use baby oil. You can use Eucerin if you want to. I don't give a fuck.
Baby oil will mess up my pH balance. So
Well,
I'm
it's just for the
alright.
picture, not for the sex.
I might do it wrong.
That was Kevin. Kevin said that. Just so you know,
Kevin.
it's a wild place here. Try Jam Studios is a wild place. Conversations happen and weird things are said. So
I see.
but I mean, like, for the picture, I don't care what you use, but women will always prefer a nice gloss, a nice sheen on the peen.
They prefer it too. So, like, why? I have never seen an ashy dick.
If I send you a ass pic and I'm spreading my cheeks and it got that ashy line down the middle, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Like,
So
bitch.
why would you send me this ashy dick?
I make sure I lather everything, all holes, all everything. I make sure if I send those type of pictures.
This woman gets it.
I do.
Another thing is, I feel like they can't never capture the lighting.
Ever they be like this. I feel like they. Be
Here's my dick in front of the TV. Right here, this is my dick. Like, what the
Here's my
fuck is
dick
this?
watching SpongeBob.
Literally.
I stopped talking to a guy because this was years ago. And, it's before I even started, like, really engaging in sexual activity. But he sent me a video of him beating his Johnson & Johnson.
I need to bust a nut.
Just go. Just ignore it, Dan, please. Just go.
Daniel. But I saw, like, he sent me this video. It was like 2012. He sent me this video of him beating his penis. And it was ashy. And he was watching SpongeBob.
Because now I'm like, who the fuck getting your dick hard? Pearl? Like, who is it? Is it Mr. Krabs?
It might have been.
Is it Squidward? Is it handsome Squidward? Is it handsome Squidward?
It
Did
might have
handsome
been.
Squidward get your dick hard?
It might have been handsome Squidward. I would wholeheartedly agree to that.
Handsome Squidward was a little fine, though.
I don't like SpongeBob. I'm a Scooby-Doo type
Kevin
of girl.
said,
Kevin, I'm concerned. I am.
That was the best nut I've ever had.
Yo.
Daniel, I just got here.
I'm
and y'all are like, here I am, the wholesome one. I tell everyone all the time that I am the wholesome one out of everyone, out of every group. I am.
It's weird because I think I'm the wholesome one. Here I am, the saint, and just all y'all are just
Victoria,
filthy.
I've known you since I was 14.
Yes, and
I've known you since I was 14. Ain't
you know
nothing
what?
wholesome about
You know what I'm gonna use as the promo pic for this episode? That picture of me, you, and Gabby doing them splits in our cheerleading uniform. I'm going on
This is
Facebook
why I
tonight
started blocking you because
to find it.
child, that was our That was our first game.
Was it?
It was, and hold on. It was like, come on, crowd, get ready, down, action for the event. Clean.
Listen, I smoke a lot of weed, so I don't remember the words, but I remember clean. I remember
Set.
that shit. Set.
And you know what's funny? I'm the cheerleading coach now.
Oh, that's so dope. Yo, I love that for you. That's so bomb. And I'm sure you're like a considerate person. Is there more in there?
It's easy.
Yes, I'm gonna grab some.
Who takes some more? Here's the top.
So let me get back to my notes. Excuse me. Real fast, I wanted to ask you before Dan, after this we're gonna get in the girl code and the edible, just so you know. But
edible. You got nope.
No, it's not real edible.
Oh girl, I was like, nope, not for me.
I wanted sorry, I thought
You
that
about
was
to spill stuff.
I thought it was a little less in there, but I wanted to ask you, have you seen, as a thespian, have you seen that show Abbott Elementary?
So as a thespian, I do not watch TV. I'll be passed out by the time I get home.
It's on Hulu. I don't watch shit. I watch it on whenever I get.
It's on
10
Hulu.
minutes.
I watch if it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Quinta, you know,
I love her.
yeah, it's a show about her being like a second or third rate teacher in the Philadelphia public school system, but the school system is trash. Like they're underfunded.
TR.
Ash.
And I'm trying to keep my job, so I'm not going to tell certain things.
Okay, but also they get a substitute who ends up being long term. Because there's like a sexual tension between him and Quinta, but the substitute is the bull who plays Everybody Hates Chris.
Tyler.
I can never remember his name.
Tyler. I don't remember his name.
He was also on The Walking Dead for a little bit.
Everybody.
Yes,
hates
him.
Chris.
And I only saw the pilot episode, but I love it. And I wanted to get your take on it, but you haven't watched it. But
I haven't watched it, and I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like. As an educator, I might be triggered because a lot of that shit is real.
That's exactly why I wanted your opinion.
I think that because one thing I will say as an educator right now during the pandemic, the one thing I will say, it is very hard. Mm-hmm. Not just for the students, but for us. I feel like the dropout rate is not just going to be about the student. Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me. Oh, but Paul and me. But,
okay. Also, also, do you watch Queens?
I don't watch any TV.
Nothing. Also, if you have a few minutes, check out an episode of Queens. It's the. Do you know what Queens is? Mm-hmm. I thought I wasn't gonna like it.
I've heard so many great things about Queens, and I do want to watch it. I think I feel like I've been acting, for context. I've been acting since I was 4. Mm-hmm. I'm 21 for the 11th time. Mm-hmm. But shut up, Dan. I felt
like Dan was counting. I felt like Dan was counting. Dan was definitely counting.
Who? But,
what?
But I think that the more that I get into my craft, the more I don't watch TV. Mm-hmm. With Brian and I don't like saying their names all over public.
With the babies.
Brian, I don't mind the babies. Protect them. I do at all times. But with them, I don't really watch TV like that. Okay. Because I remember I'm not even listening to music for a while. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just certain things that I know children are like sponges. Yeah. Like I remember, total sidebar. I was talking to one of my close friends one day and I called her the throat goat. And my daughter said, "Mommy, what's a throat goat?" And I'm like, I'm like, her throat hurts a lot. Like her throat hurts a lot. That's all. But she's like, okay, that's not a good thing. Maybe she should get her tonsils.
She should get her a lozenge.
She said maybe she should get her tonsils out. That's not okay.
Oh my god!
My children are so sweet. They're so innocent. I'm like, yes,
Thank
direct
God.
it. But I want to get into more things because, like, I was watching Ava DuVernay and she was just saying, like, you have to prove that you watch stuff and you also are in stuff. I have the in stuff, but it's like the watching stuff and also just, like, comparing, contrasting, and also perfecting my own craft by watching things that I want to be in. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's dope.
I want to watch Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
I want to watch Queens because I would love to be on a show like that. I've binge watched How to Get Away with Murder and Law and Order SVU to a T, where I just know everything that's going on. So I really do want to watch those. Chum.
Okay, so
Daniel, but I do want to watch those things definitely.
Okay, all right. Well, Dan, you ready? Let's get in the girl code.
Bitch, let's get in the girl code. Girl code.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you are new here, the Girl Code portion of the show is where we like to drop daily mantras, advice, and just certain tidbits to live by. You know, you might be down a little bit. You need a little inspiration, or you just need something to pick up your day or something to get you through a situation. That's what our Girl Code is. So, our Girl Code today is going to be Girl Code 48.
Okay.
Make sure you're keeping track of the numbers because they mean nothing. All right?
Girl Code 48. She's at 48.
Girl Code 48 is they treated you like shit because they wasn't shit. That's it. That's your closure. Sometimes it hit you, didn't it? It hit you, didn't it? Yeah. Sometimes people have a tendency to keep reaching out trying to find an answer.
Come on.
It's no answer.
Come on.
They didn't have anything else to offer you because that's all that they had developed at that point. Don't, I hate you so bad. Don't spend your youth having restless nights trying to figure out why things happen the way they did.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta step back and take it for what it is. They treated you like shit because they wasn't shit. Ain't
Come
nothing
on.
you can do about it.
Come on.
And that's it. Would you like to add in?
I need.
Come on.
music off.
Come on. Damn, she said cut the beat.
Drop the beat. Ooh.
Come on, let it touch you.
Shut up in my bones.
Let him use you. Let him use you. Let him use you, church.
Yeah. Hey, my boy. He's coming in a Honda.
He's coming in a Honda. What?
He is. It's just so funny. Like, I am in this space where, and I think I was telling you this on the ride home. Closure is a myth.
We didn't go home yet.
Not on whatever. I had a wine and I don't drink often.
I had a wine. Yo, this is getting better and better.
You are a C-U-N-T, okay? I know
That's my creativeness, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Why the fuck did you find that out?
Because that's what RuPaul says, and I love RuPaul, but go ahead.
All right, so boom. I realized that closure is a myth. Closure is a myth because they said what they said and they did what they did. I feel like a lot of us are taught to get closure, and sometimes we get closure to open that door back up,
open. I believe that.
To have this discussion, whether it's a friend, whether it's a child, whether it's a family member, whether it's an intimate relationship. And I feel like we focus on the intimate relationship. I've realized that a lot of things that have transpired in my life, whether it's with any relationship, was a reflection of them. And the space that I was in at the time.
And honestly, the space that they were in at the time.
The space that they were in at the time was a motherfucker, right? And it's like, I've opened up the door numerous times, contingent upon getting that closure, and open up Pandora's box multiple times. And I've literally exposed myself to disrespect.
And I feel like women in particular will go to a link up looking for closure, but shave they pussy. Y'all ain't low. I know what y'all going there for, and this ain't that, and that ain't this.
As women, we have to understand that we are just as manipulative as men.
That part.
I've realized, in like, I am a almost married woman now. So it feels weird saying that shit because I'm a nigga at heart. But looking back, I had to really pull the rug from underneath of me, that safety net that was I created for myself, going back to the same things over and over again. And I had to focus on myself. And I'm really thankful that my relationship has really fostered that. But I really went back to certain things for that closure, and it was just a myth. It was make believe. There was no closure. I remember this one dude, excuse me, drove me almost insane. Insanity's definition is doing the same thing over and over and over,
expecting a different result.
Expecting a different result. I remember engaging in certain things that were just like underneath me, and I just didn't understand
honestly
that at
detrimental
that
to your mental health. But you don't see that in the moment.
You don't see it at that moment. And like, I remember putting myself in programs just to just heal and just running back because I needed something. And I understand now that was just part of the course. I understand that was part of my journey, and I understand that's what I needed to do to get to where I am now. I
feel like this time of year is when that type of behavior is rapid. Like, I feel like there are a lot of people circling the block coming back
of seasonal depression, because we're by ourselves and it's cold, and not just cold.
It gets dark early.
But even, all right, so if we're thinking about biology, right? We're thinking about chemistry. We're thinking about hormones. We're thinking about all these different oxytocin. We're thinking about different things that we need, the endorphins that we need to be happy, to feel fulfilled. I feel like a lot of people do spin the block during this time.
For those reasons in
particular. But for me, it wasn't even that. It was just simply just having that person just to have them. It was simply just having that person so I won't have to look at a blank wall.
So that I don't have to be by myself tonight.
So I don't
It's
have to be by
loneliness.
myself. And not just because I'm a mom, so I have children, but it's more like
It's a different feeling.
it's a different feeling from an adult because I am an educator and I'm also a parent. So because of that, it's just like, nah, I need something more. But what
That's
I
real.
needed more was from myself.
That's real.
And I'm thankful that I'm in a healthy relationship. I'm thankful that like we both have our toxic shit, but we're working through it. And I'm over a lot of shit. I just feel like we are taught to get that closure, to get that one up. Like when he comes back, oh, I got this. No, it's not even just because you're accessible. It's because you didn't learn the lesson
At all.
And when you realize you didn't learn the lesson yet, that shit hits.
It hit
And
like
it
a
hurts.
motherfucker. Show
And it
do.
hits like a motherfucker and it hurts.
Show do.
And it has to hurt in order to heal.
I think that's a great point.
It has to
definitely
hurt
has
in
to
order
hurt
to heal. And you don't have to be fully healed to be in a relationship.
That's deep.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. All right, Dan, you want to get into the edible? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, the edible portion of our show is where people write in and they want us to discuss certain things or they answer our questions or whatever the case may be. So, today's edible comes from a post that we put on Chocolate Chip and Sip, and it says, ladies, when a man leaves you in his house by yourself, what's the first thing that you do? And I'm not gonna lie, rather than me or Nan answering, I just wanted to read y'all some of the answers that y'all gave to me. Okay, that y'all sent to Chocolate Chip and Sip, and that y'all sent to me. Okay,
Can't wait.
first, I want to say, first is beat my dick. I'm not gonna lie, I got a few beat my dicks or touch myself.
Excuse me.
Why are we waiting to feel pleasure when the person leaves and in their house? That's strange. So okay.
Stranger things fly ahead.
Next, this is the one that really touched my spirit. It said, raid the medicine cabinet, antiviral medications, antipsychotics, and mood stabilizers. Sir, are you getting your women from a psych ward? Like, I don't
make me have to go to the bathroom. I actually do.
I don't
Where is the bog?
Okay. Now this one took me for a ride. It said, number 2, as in take a shit. Number 2, walk around in panties and his shirt.
Why are you waiting until then to do that?
And eat all the food.
Why are you waiting until then, sis?
The crazy part is,
sir.
I got a lot of go to the bathroom or fart and take a mean shit. Like I got a lot of those. It's just.
Why
Okay.
are you waiting until then to do that?
The next one is also take a peaceful shit. Like I got a lot of take a shits. Like ladies, we wait until these niggas leave to take shits, huh? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's what's up. All right, cool.
I gotta go to the bathroom for real. Like, y'all play too fucking much.
Now, one person said they better be staying where I left their ass. I'll be back real quick. Don't touch my shit.
Okay, ain't nobody worried about your shit.
That's a reasonable answer, but okay. Now, this is the one that really touched my spirit. It said,
Okay.
on God, it's been years, but damn, I used to be Dora the fucking Explorer. Sis, let me tell you something. I commend you. I stand a queen.
you. I stand a queen.
Stand a fucking
I stand a queen. Cause like Dora the Explorer, like I'ma see if you got roaches. I'ma see if you got mice.
Yeah.
I'ma see if you have.
Where do you check for roaches, real quick?
I check every corner. I check in the bathroom. I check in the kitchen. I check, in the
behind
microwave.
the mirrors. The
Behind the-
microwave.
I check the
too.
microwave.
The toaster. You got to
And the
shake the toaster. See if anything falls
Ew,
out.
that's disgusting.
I'm
Now I
telling
really
you.
gotta pee.
Yeah, you can pee. We can keep going. It's cool. We
I'm gonna pee because she played too much. Hold on.
All right.
Auntie.
Okay. I'm gonna hold it down. So I want to keep going, and this is the one that really touched my spirit. It says, well, I'm watching them Ring camera notifications pop up on my phone. Sir, you gonna leave this woman in your house and then be a sneaky motherfucker and watch the Ring notifications pop up on your phone? How dare you? I also got let the fart I've been holding out. You don't gotta be that way. Just let it go. But you know what really surprised me? I got a few of those from men. And I spoke about this earlier on the podcast page, but I didn't know that guys hold in farts. Kevin, you hold in farts?
I used to.
Dan, you be holding in your farts?
When I first dating a girl, yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Kevin farts probably stink. What you think?
Oh yes, 100%.
I knew
I've
it.
been
Whoa.
there.
I knew it.
I've
Hold
been
on.
there for those.
It's a 50-50, okay?
Depends what he
50-50.
ate that day.
It depends on if Dan buys McDonald's or not.
Ah,
I'm blaming Dan.
He's not wrong.
Okay. I think that's a good. No, I don't think those statistics are very well. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I've been eating better, okay? They don't smell.
Yeah. Now another one. I'd be lying if I didn't get a lot of these. Another one that I got was I eats the snacks or check the fridge out for snacks. Y'all can do that while that person is there. Like, we don't have to wait until they leave to eat the goddamn snacks. Eat your snacks. Especially if you're giving up some vagina, you are entitled to snacks. And sir, if you giving up dick, you're entitled to all the juice boxes you fucking want. And
Dick.
don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Now, there was one thing that I wanted to read before we ended this, and it's because the person commented it. So I should have screenshotted it. So give me 1 second. First, I want to read this one. Shorty in your bathroom trying to find feminine products, but rule number 1, little baby, when I leave, you do too. The fuck? You ain't my old lady. Okay. Okay, that's reasonable. I can respect that. You okay?
I am fine.
You mean it was the loud ass I am fine for me.
I told y'all from the beginning that I was loud.
Yeah,
I've learned how to project since I was 4.
So this is the last one that I wanted to read. And
Oh,
it
no.
said, listen, I got to his place. He had to go pick something up. So we went for a little ride. We pull up to some house. He puts some stuff in the trunk. Publix bags out of his car. We get into his spot. He dumps the bags onto his coffee table. It's all cash. So we're just watching TV, smoking, and talking as he counting and telling me how he should hire me to count for him. Then he says he'll be back. He takes the bags and leave me in his apartment. I did not move a fucking muscle. You smart.
You smart as shit because he would have shot your ass. If
I
you did.
guarantee you he already had cameras set up to where he knew.
He did. He wholeheartedly did. And I commend you for your bravery.
Listen, we stand a queen.
I have a question, though. Did she take...
Well, he took all the cash with him when he left. She said he put it back in the bag.
I don't know if I stand a queen then because...
I stand a
body
cautious
dripping
queen.
and finesse.
All right, so now we're going to do a portion of the show where we like to wrap up.
Okay.
And this is where we say things that we learned throughout the day, or little tidbits that stuck out to us, and things like that. So I'm going to start, and I want to say, the mind is a dangerous place. Sometimes it
Ooh.
makes you believe that Santa Claus put pepper in your eyes.
I'm glad you've accepted that. I am. That's different.
I also learned that maybe my family isn't full of witches. Maybe they're just old traditions. Because a lot of people got the same traditions.
Both.
Or both. Or a little bit of both. Or a little bit of both. Anything that stuck out to you today?
Whew. A lot of things stuck out to me. I feel like every day a lot of shit sticks out to me. I'm like, damn, I wasn't tripping in the first place. But I will say that the one thing that stuck out to me today is that I am the expert of my own craft. And I think that has been sticking out to me for a while. To trust myself.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
To trust my gut all the time. I feel like as women, specifically Black women, we are taught to not trust ourselves. And now at this age, I do. And every day literally confirms that.
Yeah. I feel like the universe has been playing favorites for me lately. Like, everything has been aligning. I've been more productive. Opportunities have been presenting themselves. It's just everything is falling where it needs to be.
Everything. And also another affirmation that I've been really basking on is everything attached to me wins. Even if it doesn't look like a win in the moment. Like, even with auditions as an actress, you know, we don't get auditions. We be like, damn, we feel sorry for a little bit, but now it's not even that. It's just like, it wasn't for me.
Literally, I was in a movie in September. I auditioned for a part. They was like, we want with somebody else. And I'm like, oh man. Literally in the same email, 2 lines down, but we want to offer you this part instead.
Exactly.
Just as many lines, a major K part, a major cast member. Everything has literally been lining up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Everything attached to me wins, and I have options.
Heavy on the I have options.
And one thing that I've been taught as a young black woman is that uncertainty is not safe. It doesn't mean it's not safe. It means you have the power of choice. And I want to say that to any woman or any person specifically that is in that position.
Yeah.
You have that power of a choice. You have to change that narrative for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not even to get deep on people. It's just like we have to start changing that narrative for ourselves to be mentally safe.
That's dope. Well, Nan, I'm so happy you stopped by. Make sure you guys check out the Shenanigan podcast. Catch up on all the old episodes before the new ones come back. Because I'm speaking to existence that they're coming. They're coming. Tell them where they can find you at, Nan.
You can find me at Instagram. You don't know Nan. That's YOU. DNTKNOW. Nan. Like the song. You don't know Nan. Yep, that is
Boom.
I. You can follow me on Instagram or you can find me on Facebook when I'm kind of professional, a little bit ratchet. You'll be alright. So Janan Ashton as well. Twitter is fuck Nan Dollars.
Okay, you see how we just jumped that? You see how
it changes?
We just
It's literally interchangeable. It's FVCKNANDOLOAZ. You could also watch Dear Miss parts 1 through 4 on YouTube and a bunch of other things as well. You can literally look up my name on YouTube and you can watch some things. Shout me out. And also, please purchase tickets to Frankie Darcel's show.
Yes.
Conversation for Sisters Only. It was an amazing event, and I guarantee you will be thoroughly entertained.
Yes. Well, I'm so happy that you stopped by. And
I'm so happy
got
you
to shoot the
invited
shit
me.
with us and shared a couple glasses of wine with me. It's
this
always
child-
about whenever we link. Now,
Always.
as usual, you can follow us on the gram at Chocolate and Chip and Sip, at Stormy PEA. And don't forget, if you are looking for studio time in the tri-state area, make sure you guys check out Tri Jam Studios. You can hit them up on Instagram at Tri Jam Studios and say, yo, I want to come record with Dan and Kev because they fucking lit and I want to hear the chicken. Say it. Say it.
We want to
Say
hear
it.
the chicken, Dan.
Yes. But put your chicken on the phone. That part. Yeah.
Jojo.
Yeah. You like that, don't you? You like that
you.
fucking
I
shit,
told
don't
you.
you? Yeah.
You like that freaky shit.
All right, guys. Once again, follow us on the gram at Chocolate Chip and Sip, at Stormy PEA, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
X.